Judy, what are you doing?
I'm feeding the pigs.
Feeding the pigs.
After all, William, I'm a farmhand.
We'll all go on a trip to the farm next on Garden Time.
Welcome to Garden Time. We're at Bauman's Harvest Festival, where there's more to do than just feed the pigs.
In fact, later on in the show, I'm going to be talking to Brian about all of the things that are going on all month long, but starting today, it is the giant pumpkin weigh-off.
Also coming up in the show, we'll introduce you to the slow flower movement.
But coming up first, we're going to take you to a hazelnut harvest. It's the time of year when we start harvesting hazelnuts in Oregon, and I'm here with Andrew from Columbia Empire Farms. And Andrew, I wanted you just to go over the process, because it really isn't just going out and picking a bunch of nuts off, is it?
No, it sure isn't. So the way the hazelnut harvest starts here in Oregon is nature. Mother Nature takes the nut from the tree, we drop them naturally, and step two, as you can see here behind us, we have a machine called a sweeper. And the sweeper is going to take the nuts from either side of the orchard floor and bring them into a nice windrow. After that windrow is created, we'll have the actual harvester unit that comes in, that's pulled behind a tractor. It'll run over the windrows of nuts, pick up the nuts, blow out as many leaves and as sticks as possible. Those nuts will hit a conveyor belt, come up behind, dump into a cart, and then from there we'll put them into totes and they'll go to our processing plant.
So in that process, is it just one time? That happens once a year? Do you do it 2 times, or is it just a one-time thing?
It is generally, patience is key in hazelnut farming. We want to let as many nuts fall as possible.
Yeah.
That way we're only making one pass. If it's a good year and lots of nuts are dropping, there will be certain fields that we'll go back and make a second pass off.
And then once you get them in those totes, where do they go from there? What's the process?
It's going to go into our washing and drying plant. It goes through a series of about 3 different washes.
Wow.
It's going to remove as much dirt, debris, leaves, rocks, anything that might be getting in there that's not supposed to be in there. After it's dried, or excuse me, after it's washed, it's going to go into one of our 2 hazelnut dryers. Large dryers, it's going to take about 6 to 8 hours per load for that dryer load to be complete.
And they've not been cracked by, they're still
in the shell. They're still in shell at that point. After it's washed and dried, that's when we start the sizing process.
And what does that mean, sizing process?
Sizing, so 5 to 6 different sizes of hazelnuts, all the way from giant all the way down to small.
Huh.
They're still in shell at this point, and we want to be able to get them separated as well as we can by size before we go to the crack out process.
And then this is how they end up once all that's done, because after you crack them, that's when you decide to package them up?
Correct. So here in front we actually have the in-shell hazelnut that was harvested about 5 minutes ago, sitting right here in this dish. The final process is behind it here. We do everything from raw, which is great for baking, to roasted salted, roasted smoked, and we also make candies out of our hazelnuts.
And see, you took the words out of my mouth, because I was going to ask you about that. So I think what we're going to do now is take a break, and we're going to run down to where you do a bunch of other stuff with these wonderful hazelnuts as well, all right?
Absolutely.
Great. Well, now I am in a whole different part of the farm. I'm with you, Linda, and this is where Andrew had said that there was other stuff you guys did with the hazelnuts here, and this is where that happens, right?
It is. This is actually our chocolate confection room.
So tell me then, I see 2 different kinds of chocolate. You use both dark and light.
We use both the dark chocolate Guittard and milk chocolate Guittard chocolates on our hazelnuts.
Nice. So talk to me about them. What do you got going on here?
Okay, well, we do, after we take the hazelnuts from the field and crack them, then they're ready to be roasted and enrobed in chocolate. And so these are our dark chocolate enrobed hazelnuts.
And those are just the whole ones?
The whole ones. Nice. And they're wonderful with Pinot Noir wine, served alone, snacking, but they're really an elegant treat to serve with all kinds of different foods here in Oregon.
And this almost looks like a brittle of some sort.
It is. It's an efficiency. We take all of our Oregon hazelnuts, and sometimes we have a few that are whole and broken, and we make a hazelnut brittle and enrobe that in a milk chocolate, and we make hazelnut toffee.
Well, and I have looking at this here, I'm seeing a lot of poop on the table. Tell me, because like right here, reindeer poop. What is that about?
Well, we actually take our chocolate-covered hazelnut toffee and we renamed it in all different ways. For Christmas time, we do reindeer poop and gingerbread poop and all different kinds of poop. And we do bird poop, squirrel poop.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, lots of different poop on our farm.
But no poop actually exists in here,
No,
though. It's just good hazelnuts and chocolate, isn't it?
Delicious hazelnuts and
And
chocolate.
this reminds you, it's not too early for Christmas, and you can order at your website too, can't you?
Yes, we have a website, ColumbiaEmpireFarms.com, and you can see the full selection of all of our products there.
Well, it's always a great delight for us to live in Oregon and be in such a state that has so much things going on in farming and agriculture. So for more information on this great place, you can go to gardentime.tv. We'll click you over to their website, and then you can pick up some reindeer, ginger poop, or even the most famous squirrel poop, all for yourself. Thank you so much, Linda.
Thank you.
Garden Time is brought to you by Portland Nursery, a passion for plants, a nursery for plant people.
Is your garden in need of refreshment? Hi, I'm Sarah, and there are plenty of things in bloom at Portland Nursery. Come check out our beautiful fall color to perk up your garden. At Portland Nursery, we consider fall the second season, and the gardening opportunities are endless. Establish next year's trees, replace lettuce and greens, or get a jump on onions and garlic. Portland Nursery, a passion for plants, a nursery for plant people, on 50th and Stark and 90th and Division, or at portlandnursery.com.
Fall is a time to think of planting and planning. Planting new plants now will help them get a jump start on next year. Black Gold All-Purpose can help your plants get ready for winter and next spring. Formulated with a blend of natural and organic nutrients, it contains everything your plants and spring bulbs need for a happy and healthy start. Look for Black Gold All-Purpose at your local garden center or nursery. Black Gold, all the riches of the earth.
Every year, trees fall or break, causing property damage, power outages, and injury.
Now is the time for Bartlett Tree Experts and Collier Arbor Care to get your trees ready for the extreme conditions ahead.
Our free consultation will help to spot the signs of potentially hazardous trees.
We can help address problems before they occur. Whether it's trees or shrubs, we can help you get a healthy and beautiful garden.
Collier Arbor Care and Bartlett Tree Experts, providing environmentally safe tree care since 1907.
Nestled in the oaks of the Willamette Valley is a nursery that is truly exceptional. At Out in the Garden Nursery, you will find a vast array of shade plants, ornamental grasses, and hardy perennials. Let us help you bring color and texture into your garden. We offer over 100 types of perennials. Many of our plants are evergreen for year-round interest. Plus, we offer the best in personal attention. Out in the Garden Nursery, where we grow great gardens one plant at a time.
Well, fall is in the air, and if it is fall, then it is time for Bauman's Harvest Festival out here at Bauman Farms, and I'm with Brian. And I have to say, every year, Brian, it just seems to get bigger and more grand and more fun. What's going on this year?
Well, we like making it bigger each year. We enjoy every year coming up with new things, and there is so much going on.
Yeah.
So this Saturday is actually our giant pumpkin weigh-off.
Which is a blast.
Which, I mean, well, it's going to be a blast for a number of different reasons. One of which is we're going to take a 1,300-pound pumpkin, a couple hundred feet up in the air, and we're dropping it on cars and in a pool. And that's going to happen at 1 o'clock today.
Okay.
So that's a lot of fun. But in addition to the giant pumpkin drop, we have giant pumpkins coming from across the western U.S. that will be here today. And if you've never seen one before, you can kind of picture one of those funny-looking Fiats driving down the road. That's about what it looks like. They're huge.
They are massive.
Last year, the winning pumpkin was almost 1 ton.
And there's a possibility that this year will top that one, isn't there?
Well, it's actually been a nice August, which pumpkins, if you didn't know, grow at nighttime. So the warmer temperatures I'm hoping we're going to have a bigger pumpkin,
Nice.
but they have all these different divisions, one of them being squash,
Yeah.
which is a gray pumpkin essentially, and we may break some world records.
Nice. And you have some great cider happening too.
Yes, so that if you can't make it out this weekend, next weekend we have a brand new cider festival.
Nice.
We're going to have 10 different cideries on site. It should be a lot of fun.
Wow. So let's take a look at a couple of other things inside, see what's going on, okay?
That sounds great.
Oh, right. Well, now, Brian, you have a lot of great outdoor activities like this right here.
These are our pedal carts, which are a lot of fun. One of our motto is to tire them out and send them home napping. But there's a lot of stuff going outside, from pedal carts to sliding down Pumpkin Hill to swing lines. But, you know, the weather in Oregon can be a little unpredictable.
It certainly can.
So we have all these greenhouses that I have activities in as well.
Great.
Let's go check them out.
Let's indeed. So now, Brian, we are in one of several greenhouses filled with fun stuff for kids.
That's right. Normally in the spring, these are filled with hanging baskets and flowers.
Yeah.
But that's what's great, is during the Harvest Festival, they're filled with jumping pillows and pads for kids to play on. We have obstacle courses for some of the bigger kids to go through. We try and have something for kids of all ages.
Yeah. Well, you know, as an adult though, you know, you're going to get tired, you're going to get thirsty and hot.
I'm tired.
So let's go to the last place we're going to visit and see what's there for us, all right?
That sounds good. All right.
All right, Brian. Now, this is where we adults can go and get some drinks and.
That's right. I told you there was something for kids of all ages.
It's very true. There really is.
Yes.
And now we are really enjoying the Bauman cider that you guys are making now.
Yep.
Tell me about this cider festival.
Yeah, like I said, the pumpkin drop is this weekend, but if you can't make it, next weekend we have this cider festival, Bauman Cider Festival. It's going to be our first annual cider festival. We have 10 different cideries that are going to be on site that day. With 2 to 3 per cidery, you can do the math. There's a lot of different ciders for you to try. You're going to come to our tap house. For $5, you're going to get a commemorative glass. You'll get 4 tokens, and then that gives you 4 tastings throughout the different places, and then you can always buy more tokens.
And although, you know, there's things happening all month long now here at this wonderful festival, but really the weekends are when a lot of it's happening, but it kind of opens up in the weekdays then.
You know, and we have a lot of fun on the weekends. It's great, everything's going on, but some people are busy on the weekends.
Yeah,
we understand that. So you can come during the week, not everything is open, but we reduce the price, and there's less people.
And it's all on your website, all the information.
That's right, BaumansHarvestFestival.com.
Wonderful. So for more information, go to GardenTime.tv. We'll click you over there. Come out and have a great time with your friends and your family. Thanks, Brian. Always appreciate it.
Thanks,
my friend.
Wayne.
I am at a very interesting place today. I'm with Bethany, and Bethany, please tell everybody where we are today.
We are in the flower market down on Swan Island, where wholesale florists and growers sell their product to florists. So you have to have a buyer's pass to be able to come in here. And this big room that we're in is just growers. So lots of us have stall spaces here. And so this is our product that we bring up, and we start in about early April, and we'll have product here throughout the year, but really fresh product until like mid-December.
Wow.
And that's when we pretty much quit for the year and then sort of have drieds, but then we start again in the spring.
That is incredible. So your business, you have how many acres at your place in Eugene?
We have 35 acres, all cut flowers, all specialty cut flowers.
And really, you have such a diverse amount here. It's not just annual flowers. You have all different kinds. So maybe tell us a little bit about the varieties.
Yep. So there are annuals like Asclepias and Celosia, but then we also have conifers that we have, and this is a Cryptomeria. This is a eucalyptus back here, which is.
And the aromas, the fragrances are wonderful. We always say we wish we had smell-o-vision because there's just this essence here, and you even have cut scented geraniums.
Yep, we grow about 10 different varieties of scented geraniums. We take cuttings of them every year and propagate them and bring them back year after year. We do lots of different kinds of herbs. So this is a Bergarten sage, and we have probably about 10 different kinds of mints as well. But more annuals, there's amaranths and snapdragons, and this is a perennial, I believe. I don't remember its true name, we just call it bunny tails.
That's a great one. You know, you just don't think of all these different things that florists would like. You think florists use calla lilies, and they use mums, and they use roses, but this kind of diverse amount of flowers is really interesting, and they must have so much fun when they come and see you.
They really do, and it's fun to make the displays so that we're in color cues, so that florists who are coming in to do their events, they're like, I'm in this color palette, and so they will come in and just grab whole buckets. It's really fun. 5:30 in the morning is a madhouse here. We can't keep up with
everybody.
What's so interesting about all this is it's all these growers are local growers, and it's about the slow flower movement that's really popular. It's really happening now.
Yeah, it's very exciting that the slow flower movement started because people were buying flowers from all over the world and they didn't even realize it. And so it's really important to support your local grower. You know, this is how we make a living, and we love farming. So many people don't get to do what they love anymore because it's been outsourced.
Right.
So bringing it back, reminding people that, you know, we're like the slow food movement started.
Exactly.
Slow
Flowers
flower
too.
movement. We're not feeding your belly, but we're feeding your soul.
Your soul, definitely.
With these flowers, and it's really great to be able to find and grow really crazy things that we can actually do here in the Willamette Valley. You
Right.
know?
And there is a website to go to, so you can't come here to buy anything, but you can go to the website and find florists in your area to go to. And after the commercial break, I will be talking to a florist, and she's going to talk about these beautiful flowers and how you can have them at your home too. Thanks so much, Bethany.
Thank you very much.
Garden Time is brought to you by Capital Subaru, your way on the Parkway.
They had to take the car, they had to get it open with the jaws of life, take me out on a backboard, took me to a Trauma One center. I absolutely feel like the Subaru saved my life.
Well, we trust Capital. We trust our salesperson here, Jackie.
Jackie's great. I believe that she really cares about us.
She teaches me about the Subaru.
Our way on the Parkway.
To bring the extraordinary colors of fall to your landscape, you need to come to a place that offers more than the ordinary. At Sagawa Nursery, we love fall. From brilliant yellows to vibrant reds, we have one of the Northwest's largest selections of Japanese maples. At Sagawa Nursery, we also have a colorful selection of hardy plants, so your home can be as beautiful as the season. Come visit us and see how we can help you make your season extraordinary. Sagawa Nursery, growing beyond the ordinary.
10 days, 9 nights, 8 gardens, 7 nights on a cruise ship, 6 days in port, 5 days of private tours, 4 islands, 3 internationally recognized gardens, 2 nights on Waikiki Beach, and 1 great trip with your Garden Time gang. Travel with William and Judy on our next Garden Time tour this February in beautiful Hawaii. Book by October 15th and save $100. Go to gardentime.tv/tours for all the details.
Fall in the Northwest is
the best time of year to plant, with warmer soils and cooler evenings.
A time to spend with family and friends.
Fall is a time to celebrate.
To decorate.
And to enjoy the colors that are only found here in our area.
Fall is a time to come to Garland Nursery.
And let us show you all that fall can be.
Garland Nursery, inspiring beautiful and bountiful gardens.
Before the commercial break, I was talking to Bethany at the Portland Flower Market, and she's a local flower grower. So now I'm talking to Sarah from Sotheby Florist. How you doing?
Good.
Great. So now we have the finished product for what you could do from local flowers. So tell us about how you love to buy local flowers.
Well, we, throughout the year, Aaliyah and I buy, I would say 90% of our product is local. We also do forage and grow some on our own, but 90% of what we buy is from this middle market at the flower market. We really like supporting the local farmers. A lot of them are our close friends.
Sure.
And this bouquet is made with 100% of local product.
Can you maybe tell us about a few of them? Because some of them we might not know too much because like
Sure.
dahlias, but maybe what are these fluffy ones?
Yeah, so we have celosia in here and nine bark, which is the chocolatey foliage, cupcake, cosmos, and beautiful local rose hips. Did I say scented geranium?
Oh, is that nice? That's
and
great
this
to
is
have.
all of that product was grown from the Bethany grew at Charles Little. And then I have some of this beautiful local grass and really beautiful centaurea.
Wow.
Some sweet little cosmos in a kind of a peachy apricot color.
And I would think it's really important for us all to buy local, and so why do you buy local?
We like to buy from our local growers just to support the local economy. I think it also keeps with the season, what's in season. So we're constantly, our look of our bouquets changes, you know, monthly or I mean daily
Sure.
for what's available. You also are getting the freshest product. Anything that you're getting from a wholesaler has been picked, you know, possibly a week before, whereas this is usually picked the morning or the night before. So we're getting whatever's local and seasonal and fresh. And then it really, you know, lends to, there's really interesting things that you can add with the foliage, or sometimes it's fruit, sometimes there's persimmon, different grasses. So this, you can kind of see this time of year, it's the palette changes and it's kind of more autumnal. Things are a little hardier, grassier.
It must be fun to be more creative then for you too. You don't have like these cookie cutter type of arrangements. You could go and get inspired at the florist, at the flower market.
Yeah, definitely. Every arrangement that we do is different. Everyone is custom for our customers that call into the shop. For our accounts, it changes with the seasons. So that keeps it interesting.
That is. Well, you know, I think that as a consumer, to go and buy local is just wonderful. And now we have the flowers that are local. That really adds another dynamic to being here in Oregon and in the Valley. So if you have any other questions, please go to gardentime.tv. We'll click you over to Sotheby's Florist or to get more information about the slow flower movement. Thanks so much. And just beautiful arrangements.
Thanks. It was nice meeting you.
Nice meeting you.
Welcome to Drake's, not your ordinary garden center. Grab a cup of coffee at Antonio's and wander the nursery for the perfect plant. Check out the landscape design showrooms for ideas, then meet with a designer. Come pick out a bouquet of flowers for dinner or for that someone special. Find something distinctive for your home or your garden. Imagine the possibilities and let Drake's turn them into realities. Drake's 7Ds on Southwest Shoals Ferry Road in Portland.
We have close to 40 acres in pumpkins now. Every year it seems to get a little bigger. We add one more attraction.
We've done the rope swing.
I'm gonna shoot some apples.
We have a brand new laser adventure, and our bug trains have always been a big hit. We have all these greenhouses, and come October, we fill them with all different kinds of activities. A dark hay maze, we have a hay obstacle course, we have a kids hay maze. There's something for everybody. Little kids, big kids, everywhere in between.
Damien, fancy meeting you here at Standard TV and Appliance.
I had no idea they sold mattresses.
Why, certainly they do. As a matter of fact, they have the largest selection of Beauty Rest mattresses in the entire state.
Huge price cuts now on Standard's all-star lineup of mattresses, including Beauty Rest Black.
I'm going to sleep great tonight.
A hometown favorite since 1947 for appliances, TVs,
and mattresses.
You got it. Standard TV and Appliance.
Welcome to Blooming Junction, where it's easy to connect with nature. At Blooming Junction, you'll find beautiful, healthy plants, good, fresh food, and a place to regain peace and calm in your life. We have an unsurpassed collection of unique and distinctive plants and the expertise to help any gardener be successful. And we feature Blooming Advantage plants. Come check out Blooming Junction for an inspiring experience in the garden or in the kitchen. Blooming Junction, offering quality plants for beautiful gardens.
I am at the Mead Market and Be Thinking with Jill, who is one of the owners, and this is a great new space.
Thank you so much.
But we really need to talk about mead because that is the on focus right now, and so it is an old beverage, isn't it?
It is. It's the oldest fermented beverage. Some brewers will try to say that that's not true, but archaeologically we have no reason to believe that that's not true. So remnants of mead have been found thousands and thousands and thousands of years back.
And really easy to make. I mean, here's all of the equipment that you would need.
Yes, it's honey, yeast, and water. And how you ferment that honey and what you add to it is where it starts to differentiate. But if you had honey, yeast, and water at home, it's going to start to make mead. And that's likely how mead was discovered, was a little bit of rainwater got into a beehive somewhere, and somebody was like, well, let's taste it. And then it all went from there, yeah.
That is, and you really carry so many different kinds, and from local places and far afield.
Yeah, so there's a lot, mead is booming. So as much as 5 years ago, there were somewhere around 75 to 90 meaderies in the US, and now it's estimated over 400, 450. So it's just booming.
And you can buy mead here, but there's other honey products too.
Yeah, there are. So we have everything that you'd need for mead making, but also artisanal honeys, local raw honeys that are varietal. So anything from star thistle to clover to orange blossom, all from the kind of Cascadian region.
That is nice. And really the fixtures here are very nice. It's local wood. It's really a beautiful space.
Yeah, thank you. We partnered with Fieldwork Design. They're just down the street, and they understood exactly what we were looking for. We wanted to speak to modern beekeeping and some of the issues that are facing beekeepers and bees today, and I think that they really reflected that. They looked at our products, the raw wood and the aged cedar, and they reflected both. And it's a bright open space that kind of gives you the idea of being outdoors without actually being there.
That is true. Yeah. Well, we've talked a lot about the shop, but we're going to go talk to Cameron about actually tasting some
Excellent.
things.
Great.
Thanks. Well, now I'm at the Mead Bar with Cameron, and Cameron, this is such a unique space, isn't it?
This is great, Judy. Yeah, we have over 80 bottle offerings and 4 draft offerings of nothing but mead.
And really, this is so unique to Portland and the United States.
Very much so. When we opened in 2013 in our original space, we were the first dedicated bottle shop dedicated to mead in the United States that wasn't a producer.
Wow, wow. And we have so many different ones to taste. And so let's talk about this first one.
Very much. This is one of my favorites of our entire collection. This is a champagne style mead. It comes from Point Reyes, California. It's just honey, water, and yeast. But what's extra special about it, it's made with an Oregon honey, Oregon radish blossom, which is sourced from an heirloom seed farm in Central Oregon.
Very unique flavor. I love it with the bubbles.
Very much so.
And then the second one here.
One of our crowd pleasers, one of our best-selling meads. This is Orange Cardamom from Fringe Meadery. Fringe is the first urban meadery right here in our city of Portland. And you get to meet Nathan, the mead maker, this upcoming Saturday for our grand opening between 1 and 4 p.m.
Oh, wow. And a totally different flavor for this one. Really nice. I love that you get to taste all different flight just like you would at a winery.
It's the beauty of mead. The diversity is far and limitless.
And then you have a tap, so you can get growlers too to take home.
That's it.
And what is this one?
This one's great. This is another session level mead, carbonated, off dry, and it's with pumpkin. So pumpkin, water, yeast, honey, and fermented, and we can do entire 64 and 32 ounce growlers. You can purchase them here or bring one from home.
Oh, that is amazing. Really, it's so much fun to come to this new shop right on Southeast Hawthorne in Portland, and you can kind of look all around and see all of the beekeeping things, all of the honey products, and taste a flight of mead or take a growler home. So if you have any other questions, please go to gardentime.tv and we'll click you over to their website and you can find out all the information. Thanks so much.
Thank you, Judy.
Cheers.
Cheers.
We want to thank Bauman's Harvest Festival for letting us hang out today. We just had a great time.
I'm having so much fun here. I'm grinning ear to ear.
William and I thank you for watching. We'll see you next week on Garden Time. Wait up, William!
The proceeding was a paid program of the Guston Creative Group and its sponsors.